I am the man. I am entertainment. I am comedy. I am all of those things that I wish to be and that I am. I will be more. I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am glorious. I have things going for me. I have things to look forward to. I am great. I'm surrounded by greatness. I have sacrificed for greatness, and I am ready for greatness. Welcome back to another fantastic episode, and I'm fucking happy you're here because I'm happy to be here. No jokes. I got my need money for a Porsche shirt on. I'm feeling very excited about it. Just ordered it off the TikTok shop. I got my coat on because I want you to know I'm being professional today. Being professional. That's okay. I can be like that sometimes. I can do that. I can do the thing. I'm very excited about today's episode. I am. I'm a little over-caffeinated. I also been drinking this beet juice. Carrots, beet, and green juice. Wegmans. Hell of a deal for $6. I feel like I'm actually on the verge of a heart attack. But my mom says it's good for nitric oxide boosters and good for your heart. So, thanks, Ma. This episode is for you. What a crazy week it's been in the entertainment industry. I, for one, just want to start by saying, as a mote to ourselves and to you, if you're in the car listening to me on your way to work, if you're laying in bed just fucking around, if you just happen to be creeping on me and want to share a clip of me with one of my past enemies, go fuck yourself. But hey, enjoy it, because I do it for you, to entertain ourselves in a world that doesn't have enough fun left in it, especially as you get older. Have you been feeling a little bitter recently? Have you been feeling a little tired? It happens. It happens. And I don't think we enjoy enough of this enough. So stay caffeinated. Enjoy your ride to work. Enjoy your fucking week. Because we've got such a glorious week ahead for such a glorious individual. That's you. We got this. I can feel it in my bones. SNL just aired their 50th anniversary. And I just want to say politely yet firmly, congrats, Lorne Michaels. I envy you. I'm very jealous. And I want to give you a round of applause. For you. And everybody, every single person that has been on SNL over the last 50 years, the entertainment industry is no fucking joke. I perform stand-up in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and some of the other boroughs, and I'm basically the worst comedian on the planet. But I can tell you right now that it's pretty cutthroat. It's only for the most talented individuals. Yeah. Enrique Iglesias even made an appearance at the SNL 50th, and I haven't heard from him in a while. Now he goes by Bad Bunny. What? I don't know. It's what he wants to do. I think we have to appreciate what these individuals bring to the table, even though they're celebrities and it can seem trifle. It is. It's not exactly the most down-to-earth interaction with sometimes celebrities because, well, they are kind of on a pedestal. But I think that's a problem. And I've met so many great celebrities. Even in just the last week, I had an opportunity to be in the presence of Jerry Seinfeld, Jim Gaffigan, some of the best comics to ever come to town. I mean, Jim Gaffigan can literally talk himself right into a fucking circle. Jerry Seinfeld, why is everything sound like this? He's yelling at everything, but he's not yelling. It's not deniable. It's not becoming of us to not appreciate these people because they have done something really remarkable in this world. And you have to appreciate them. And when I tell certain people about this, they give me some remarks as if they're so self-righteous that they don't have to care. I was just telling the guy at Apple the other day. I said, I met Johnny Depp. I can't even believe it. I met Johnny Depp. How amazing. The Pirate of the Caribbean. The pirate, not the pirates. The fucking pirate. He was in the flesh. And he does not disappoint. He's like, that's cool, man, but it's just like, whatever. They're just nobodies. They're whatever. I'm like, I get that. I get that stance. But how about you stop trying to steal Christmas from us, you Grinch? Come on down to Whoville and join us. These people are some of the most talented people in the world, and you have to appreciate them. Which leads me to my point. Because we don't do that enough anymore. It's a big part of why I started the podcast. So that I could help you learn how to appreciate things in your life. Because when I help you, it kind of fucking helps me. So it's like a, two-way street. One hand washes the other. We should want to help each other. We shouldn't want to look down at people and snub our noses at the world around us. It really isn't good. But there's some great highlights from SNL. Here's a photo that Meryl Streep took of Martin Short the night of the 50th anniversary. That's right. There he is. Right before he passed out. Attaboy, Martin. Insert sentient. He, as you know, is the vacuum from Teletubbies. I was quite impressed with this writing. And if you're not, then you're just not living enough. You have to enjoy the fact that we need to appreciate things no matter how ridiculous they are. And we kind of live in that world these days where everything is ridiculous. Everything's for shock effect, but we're so unshockable anymore that we just have to do what we love. Authenticity is the currency in 2025. I wrote about it lengthily on my Substack this last week. And if you don't subscribe to my Substack, then you probably want to subscribe to my Substack because you're going to want to be a part of what I'm talking about. I talk about some pretty crazy stuff. Personal observations, interactions, sometimes vague, sometimes little offbeat, off tilt. But it's my perspective on the world, and I love nothing more than to be able to share that with people. I think that's what SNL does very well. They have taken our perspectives and put them into words and put them into sketches for so many years. I think some of my favorite actors and comedians have performed on SNL, and I think as a young comic and entertainer myself, it means more to me than anything to see them doing that, even after they've been doing it for decades. Even Jack Nicholson made an appearance, who's almost 90 years old, and that's kind of terrifying because if Jack dies, I'm going to fucking die. I'll never be the same knowing the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest is no longer with us. That would really kill me. How would Morgan Freeman be able to get through his bucket list without Jack? It wouldn't be possible. It just wouldn't be possible. Here he is, if we can just throw up a nice little picture of him and Lorraine, his daughter, at SNL's 50th. How amazing are they? She's the real star of the show, though, Jack. Look at her. She's beautiful. That's amazing. I had no idea Jack Nicholson could produce something so amazing. Stories have it, as per her Instagram, she spent a lot of time at the Playboy Mansion growing up. That's pretty cool. Who would have thought? She actually says she spent more time at the mansion than her dad did, which I actually find pretty hard to believe because, Jack is kind of, he's a drifter. But it was great to see him make it out to the 50th. It's great to see that he's still alive and kicking, and I hope he stays healthy for as long as possible. I guess Lorraine won't be able to handle that. Any references from that last time at band camp. Could you imagine? I wasn't at band camp. I was at the Playboy Mansion. That's awkward. Sandler was pretty pleased to have Jack there, which I think is great. I love Sandler. Some people hate him. Some people love him. But it was great to see that Jack was there and Sandler was there to appreciate him with one of his very somber stories and song followed by that nice little interaction, which I think is great. The Nicholsons have some great genes in them. They really do. They're doing something right. And good for them. I really love that I got a chance to catch the SNL's 50th, and I hope you do too. And if you haven't, phone a friend, get their login for their Peacock, and log into NBC and watch it. It's almost 3 hours, and it's worth every bit of it. In other news, how are you doing? What's new with you? Are you working on anything exciting this week? And if you're not, why aren't you? We as humans need things to look forward to. We do. Kind of like this guy on the screen. Maybe you don't need to be that excited. Maybe you don't have to be that over the top and a little topsy-turvy, but there's no harm in not being normal. There's nothing wrong with not fitting in, and I hope you know that sometimes it's okay to go at it alone. That's up to you, champ, and you should enjoy it. You should enjoy everything that you do inside of a day. Whether people like it, they agree with it, they disagree with it, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think of you. And that's another big part of why I started the podcast, because it gave me a platform to just be me. And I hope it encourages you to just be you, right? So what, people don't like you? Kick rocks. You think Jack Nicholson ever worried about that? Nope, never. Instead of feeling like this crazy looking guy, you could be like this guy. This is an accurate depiction of me after a long week. I just sit there, staring into space. What's it like to enjoy myself? What's it like to have fun? Why don't I have friends? Where am I? Oh, sorry. I lost you for a second. I don't know what happened. I was in some kind of trance. I don't know. Must have been no sucking up all the good out of the world. Should I say Martin Short sucking up all the bad out of the world? Because that's what entertainers do. So instead of being no, he became yes, which I'm fully supportive of. You've got my vote of confidence, Martin. You're one of the fucking best, absolute best. And Meryl Streep, I mean, for Christ's sake, you are top notch, top tier, first class. Some of the best people in the world. You know, I think one of my favorite things that Jack remarked in the bucket list was, there's 3 things you need to remember when you get older. And in lieu of him being so goddamn old in his very short performance on SNL the other night for their 50th, I'm just happy I could see him, right? We're just happy he's still alive and kicking, and, you know, that's fantastic. He said, never pass up a bathroom as you get older. I could imagine why, because now that I'm getting older, I could almost see why. And I was, using the facilities at Wegmans the other day and stood next to a much older gentleman, to which it sounded like his record was maybe skipping a beat while he peed into the urinal. I actually held mine in until he walked away just so he didn't feel embarrassed. That's how much of a people pleaser I am. Never waste a hard-on. You know what they say, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And never trust a fart, which I don't have to be old to know to do. There's been many times where I've tried to squeeze one by, and it didn't go the way as planned. I may not be the shiniest tool in the shed, but Lorraine, call me. I'm here for you. Doing what I do, the way I do it, I don't know how I get it done sometimes. It's kind of crazy, man, when you look back at it all in retrospect, and I can't get away from the fact that I'm getting older. I'm going to be 30 in September, and it's fucking bizarre to me. I can't even wrap my head around it. Where did time go? One of the best things about getting older, though, is the wisdom that comes with age. You no longer worry about little shit. You learn to let go of things because you learn there's no other way to accept new things, and we can do better. We can do these things. We are totally capable of accepting new and letting go of the old. It's vital to your existence. If you want to continue to progress as a human and be a part of whatever the hell's happening here in some arbitrary fashion, you should understand that we're not at war with each other. We're just at war with ourselves, our beliefs, our ideations. They distort our reality sometimes. It's true. It's kind of crazy. Sterling Brown talked about it on Jimmy Kimmel recently. Kimball. I always want to say Kimball, but it's Kimmel. What a weird name. My last name's Cassese, but Kimmel's a weird one. Cassese, you know? Like bolognese. Hey, let me get some tagliatelles with my bolognese. See, that's catchy, but Jimmy Kimmel? Sounds like somebody I gave a fresh meal to down in Newark one day for free. Just trying to look out for a brother. I digress. Sterling Brown was on there talking about his recent ayahuasca trip. Ayahuasca? Have you ever tried ayahuasca? What do you know about ayahuasca? Ayahuasca is one of those things that are very tongue-in-cheek. Tongue-in-cheek. What is it? They say that it helps you find solace in who you are and gives you mental clarity. That's crazy. Some say it's even like redefining yourself and learning who you are again. It wipes the slate clean. No more ego. That's crazy. Sometimes it could go on for days where you drink this motor oil type tea and go into a trance, a trippy, oh my God, I ate the frog experience. Followed by many hours of throwing up, or if you're Sterling Brown, shitting your pants. Whatever the case is, it's a cathartic release. I think it's pretty cool that it exists. But if you want to be a part of the ayahuasca trips, you have to go down to Costa Rica, because that's not something that we do here in the U.S. I wish it was. It'd be pretty cool. You know, you drink this poison tea and then you spend the next 10 hours trying to avoid the lava. Oh, don't go that way. Oh, don't go that way. You know? It's crazy. People do some crazy things and go to great lengths to learn who they are, and you should always spend time trying to learn who you are. It is pretty spectacular. It's an amazing feat, and sometimes it's not so bad to get out of yourself. I'm not saying you should do ayahuasca. It's something I've always been interested in trying just to see. I've read about it for so many years. I thought maybe there's something there. You know, maybe there's something for me to release. But I like to release through communicating and talking shit. I like talking shit. Yeah, you want to go get a cheeseburger for lunch? I just want to talk some shit. I just want to talk some shit to people. I just want to run this fucking mouth. I want to get her going like a blizzard's outside and start this snowblower up. Let's start blowing people's shit around. Let's do it. I'm far too caffeinated, and those goddamn beats are setting my fucking world on fire. I don't know what's happening. I'm here for it, though. I really am. But I do like that we all have the ability to have our own opinion on the world and try new things and do new things. So maybe this week and maybe today we should try that. We should try to look at things from a way that we would never have otherwise looked at them or thought of. And if you're uncomfortable, I think that's kind of the proof is in the pudding. Because that's when I learn. That's when I really learn differently. I use the other side of my brain, which, hey, look, I always feel like I maybe got 2 brain cells fighting for third place, but it's all intact. It's all there. It's very much so alive. You know, it's possible. Anything's possible as long as you put your mind to it. Thinking outside the box. That's how you become something in this world. That's how you become something, whether it's a mom or a dad or whatever, a professional in your industry, a strong communicator, somebody who has wherewithal and leadership abilities. The person that's the funniest is the person that gets out of their way the most. How do you put your shit aside so that you can be more receptive to the world around you? I like thinking about that shit. And sometimes I know I come off as a selfish prick to people, but I'm very considerate of people. And it's because I'm so hypersensitive to the world around me. That's what's going to take you places in life. I mean, look at one of my favorites, my absolute favorites. I can't say it enough. I think I love her because she did such a great job when I watched her in You. It felt very natural. Jenna Ortega, wow. She's really doing some big things in the entertainment industry, so really, hats off to her. She has been in so many different freaking films. It is crazy. She was even in a film back in 2014. Some of you may know it. I don't want to puff my chest out too much here. Some of you may know it as Little Rascals. Can we get a clip up of the Little Rascals? Little Jenna Ortega getting in a fight with somebody.
No girls allowed in the gang. But Mary Ann's in the gang, and she's a girl. I meant a real girl.
Just learning how to be Jenna.
I am a real girl. Okay, you're a real girl.
Yeah. If women were Bolognese and God was the chef, Jenna would be the perfect bite. She would. I'd take her out to dinner any day of the week. But I feel like she's got that crazy aspect to her. That kind of thing gets a guy like me going because I'm like, the girls tell me I'm a earth sign. Yeah, I'm like grounded. I'm fucking crazy, man. Don't make no mistakes. Don't make no mistakes. But Jenna's something else. Sorry, Lorraine. Things change. You gotta duck and move, baby. And she was looking absolutely stunning. I mean, Lorraine and Jenna, but more specifically Jenna, was looking absolutely stunning. Can we get a clip up of her on the night of the SNL 50th? I mean, look at her. Good for her. Good for her. Puts herself together great. But that didn't last very long for Jenna. We started to see her true colors that night. And that's okay. We all get a little flustered. We all go places we don't want to go when we have to. And during her Jason Sudeikis sketch, she was visibly uncomfortable. You could see her. Did you catch that? It was kind of funny to watch because I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Is she part of the sketch? Jason Sudeikis and Elmo were kissing or doing some weird shit. Who the hell knows? Yeah, she was very uncomfortable. And yeah, let's get some clips up of that. Look at her. I mean, come on. She was like buried into what's his name's arm. I forget his name. I mean, wow. I imagine that's exactly how Rose looked at Jack as they slipped away into the abyss, into that cold Titanic night. She never had a chance. She didn't want to be a part of that shit at all. I mean, I don't blame her. This is what she had to deal with. By the end of the night, Jason Sudeikis and Elmo were stepping in the lava that everybody was trying to avoid. But I digress. I hope you got a chance to catch the full almost 3 hours of the 50th. And I'm going to try not to keep talking about it because, gosh, it does get me excited. I think I just get excited because I love seeing so much talent in one place, right? There's something intoxicating about being around some of the smartest and most brilliant people. When I was younger, and if you are younger, I hope you hear me when I say, try not to be intimidated by that. Try not to be envious of where other people are. You should only be worried about where you are from one day to the next. And if you're just marginally better than you were yesterday, then you are in a very good place, my friend. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't do it. It is the fastest way to kill your own potential. And when I was younger, that's all I could do. Well, look at what they have. Look at where they are. Look at how smart they are. Look at who they're surrounded by. All crazy things that are just made up. That's what it's about, to get out of your own way, to get that clarity, to put your ego aside. You should look forward to being surrounded by some of the most brilliant people. Really. Really. I learned that with age, but hopefully you learned that sooner than I had to, because I had to go through some really challenging stuff, and I'm sure I'll continue to go through some really challenging stuff until that really sinks in. It's going to take some time. But that's why we have the podcast, and I love that we get to share this time together, and we get to be a part of this together, and we get to do this together. It's pretty amazing to see that I've made so many episodes already, and it seems like I have just as many subscribers for just as many episodes. Compound interest is a real thing. Over time, things get better. We get better. We become better. We become more talented. We do more with less. And by the time you're 30, you would have probably been disappointed at just about every turn and every obstacle in your way that you thought was going to go your way. I hope this week when things don't go our way, we accept that. There is a bigger plan in motion that we can't always see. So have a big week and really enjoy your big day ahead. Be like Luigi Mangione. Kill it and disappear. I wrote that one myself. Like Ryan Reynolds did after his short sketch on the 50th anniversary, him and Blake Lively made a awkward exit. They must have been avoiding the lava. Or not. We don't know. Have a great week. Enjoy your fucking self. I hope you enjoyed today's episode as much as I did. And leave me a comment and subscribe and let me know your thoughts. If you think I'm gay or you hate my writing, please share your thoughts so I can take my toilet paper and wipe my ass with those mean comments. Don't worry about the haters this week. This is your week, champ. This is your day. Seize it. Carpe diem. Till next time.